Right, I've just been downstairs doing a couple of comments, replying to a couple of comments on YouTube, and just replied to Carol, who said about the fireplace. And I can't remember if I said at the end of when we took the petition down that we'd do a quick whiz around the room after it's been done and a look at the fireplace, or whether that was in my head and I didn't speak it. I can't remember. But it made me think from replying to Carol, because it puzzles us as well. And the thought was that once the petition came down, it would all become clear. But it hasn't really. And you can probably see from behind us, me and Ben got a little bit intrigued, because if I stand to one side, you can see it looks strange. So we thought it's just a very thin layer of plaster over the top on that side. On the other side, it's a lot thicker. And there's definitely some old paint there on this. I'm not sure, I think that's lime below this. But there's lime, a real thick layer of lime here. But I'll bring the camera over, and there are obviously a fair few layers on here. And I'll show you what I mean. But we took this patch because this was already blown. And we thought we'd have a go, and we picked as much as we could until it starts sticking solid. But there really is no indication, because we was hoping that if we pulled it down a little bit, we'd find maybe where the original opening is. When you look at it, you would assume that if this was one room in the beginning, there'd be a fire hole, as Carol said, around there, sort of coming over to there. Well, that's probably not the right place. I'd have to measure it. But if I bring you closer and show the depth there, I use my hand as a gauge. Middle finger there, and my wrist just hits the back there. But then if we come around this side, at roughly the same height, middle finger to the wall, and my wrist is a long way. There's probably 2 inches difference in depth from this side to the other side. But also, and I think I said it in my reply to Carol, the half looks like it's been extended out at some point here. I'll take you downstairs into the kitchen and point it up at some point as well, because I might be able to see it through the hole. Yeah, where you can see the concrete, just at the side of it is a timber. And below, when you see it from below, you'll see what I mean. There's been like a box made that it looks like it's been used to support an extra piece of half. You can't see where it ends on there, but it ends in line with the wall over this side. And this side of the chimney breast is completely in line with the chimney breast that runs into the kitchen. And on this side, it's slightly staggered. This bit obviously comes the other side of the chimney breast. It's not completely on top of the chimney breast. But I know it's obviously puzzling Carol, and it puzzles us, so I thought it's worth maybe doing a quick little video, because it could be puzzling others too, or others just don't care, but it's a puzzle. That was our first hope, that this bit here was part of the original opening, but obviously once the petition came down, we saw that that's just where it had been chased out for the petition to sit into, or the framework of the petition to sit. So there you go. There's one. If I go back a bit further and you see the whole room, maybe with the door shut it would look, it's central to a single room basically, give or take maybe, but obviously the opening isn't. It looks like it was moved when the petition went in. That was moved over to service one room really, rather than this one big room. But this is where we think it should be, coming out there and maybe to there. But when you look up into the chimney, it's obviously, when it was, if it did have anything done to it, it was done really well, because when you look up into the chimney, there's no indication that anything was ever done to it. But the surface here, with the paint there, feels like it has had something done to it. But I'll take you downstairs in a minute and have a look. But also I thought, while I'm up here, could have a quick whiz around like the size of the room properly. We got some bits on there because in the other video that you'll see, we've been doing some woodworm spraying, so we needed to move that off the landing. But yeah, you just get to see the vastness of this room. And the light that comes in. I can't remember actually. I don't know if we did the video with taking the two floorboards out. I can't remember. So if I didn't, or if we didn't, we took the two floorboards that were still in here, that were underneath the petition. So we've also done that. We've taken out the two floorboards that run along there, unscrewed the OSB and brought it closer. It doesn't fit as well as we hoped. We thought it would close the gap, but it's not. But it's only a tiny little gap, and we've got so used to stepping over because of those couple of floorboards being so rotten that we still step over it anyway. So yeah, it didn't go together quite as well as we'd hoped, but again, it's just temporary for access until we get the joists done, and then it will be still temporary after the joists are done, but not permanent. This won't be our floor. We'll be putting floorboards down when the time comes, but that's sort of a fair old way off because we need some repairs doing to the wall here and there, and especially under that window over there. So we'll get those done. And we also need to look at that crack a little bit more closely. But anyway, that's that. I'll take you downstairs and then you can have a quick look at where I said about a half having a patch in its floor, the ceiling of the kitchen, a reinforced patch. That shape there puzzles me too. I don't know what it is, it's just very weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there was something there before. And it's probably nothing at all, but lots of things puzzle me. There you go. Right, I'm going to bring you downstairs and then you can have a quick look at that bit that I was saying about. Oh, you can see the hall actually, because I don't think you've seen the hall without anything on it, other than in the early videos. But how beautiful is that? And then if I go to that end and turn, look at that. That's really quite special with the window and the light. Every day this house amazes me. Right, enough of that. Let's go downstairs and have a look at the piece in the ceiling. There's a joist waiting to be cut and treated. You'll get to see Ben editing extraordinaire. I'm just showing this patch in the ceiling where it looks like it's been reinforced, yeah, for the half.
Lowered and reinforced.
Yeah. So that's what's under the half in the bedroom. So you can see how much the half extends over the chimney breast. There. And like I said when we was upstairs, that is the side of the chimney breast into the white half of the room. Perfectly in line with the chimney breast in the kitchen. But not the same on the other side. On the other side is that. Which is nicely done. What do you call those? Is it a mortise?
Yeah, it like is a mortise, yeah.
Mortise joint.
Of some sort.
Of some sort, yeah, and obviously you got the joist thickness there, but an extra piece of timber as well. And that's where it looks like it was reinforced. So there. Carol was interested. We're interested. So I thought I'd make a video about it. And if anybody's got any wisdom on what maybe has occurred. There you go. I don't know whether that's turned up the right way. I'm going to be extreme close up. So I'll say goodbye for now. Ben's editing another video. Ben's going to say goodbye as well. Let me turn it round to say goodbye to Ben. Or the back of Ben's head. And there's my iPad. And I'm watching Escape to Rural France at the moment because we like him. Right.